Hello everyone, my name is Heather Autumn and welcome to my channel. I look so gothic today and I don't know why. And the only thing I can assume is that it's June. I think I've seen the sun like 5 times. And it's not because I live in a basement, it's just been so cloudy. Last weekend, we honestly had our 13th Saturday in a row where it was just downpour torrential rain. 13th. And also yesterday, I wore a sweater. It is June and I wore a sweater, so I'm not happy. So because of the weather being so erratic, I really didn't know what to film today, because part of me was like, okay, well, I could go and film going someplace, but if I get rained out again, like I did in P-Town, then that's gonna be a whole thing. So today I'm gonna keep it close to home. I'm gonna go for a walk because it's really nice out. I have this recipe for French toast crumpets with a blueberry compote, which I've never made a compote before, so that might be fun to try. Worst case scenario, I have some frozen breakfast burritos in my freezer and I can just have one of those. And then I'm not sure what I'm making for dinner or lunch. So with that all being said, let's go for this walk. Back home from my walk, I'm feeling a lot better. I don't know if it's the walk itself that does that or the fact that there's sun out today, because of course it's Monday, but I'm home. So I'm gonna get started on these French toast crumpets with this blueberry compote. It sounds like it's gonna be really good, so I'm gonna get started on that. As always with all of my recipes, if you want to try them yourself, check the description below because I will have a link to my blog where I'll have everything listed step by step. So here is our French toast crumpets. So I have some Greek yogurt with them and our blueberry compote, which was amazingly easy to make. And you should smell my apartment right now. Between the combination of blueberries and lemon and then French toast, I don't know if there's a candle like that, but there should be. So here it is. I am gonna give it a try. It has been like, I want to say years since I've had French toast, and this is so good. It's so good. You have that sweet cinnamony flavor of the French toast, but it's a crumpet. So it has all those little whole things that fill up with the cinnamon, and the agave was a great idea. And then this blueberry compote, oh my gosh. I think adding the lemon zest just brightens the whole thing. I want to say that even though it's sunny right now, I wish I had made this for like a rainy day in. It's a real comfort food kind of thing. Okay, so it is the next day. Yesterday I was gonna go and cook and do all the stuff, but the weather was so nice. So I went on my walk and then I came home and I was just doing chores and things like that. And then my friend Elsa was like, hey, wanna go on a walk? And I was like, again, sure. I honestly racked up 2,100 steps on my little Fitbit thing, which is double what I normally do. It was great, and I'm glad I did that because today, guess what the weather is? It's rainy and just very overcast and kind of gross. So I'm glad I made the most of a good day. But I'm gonna go out to Wegmans soon and we're gonna pick up some ingredients because I am still inspired by P-Town and the Portuguese bakery, and I don't want to have to drive 2 hours for those custard tarts. So I think tonight for dinner I'm gonna make a Portuguese wine and garlic clam thing that they have usually as an appetizer from what I've heard, and I'm gonna try to make those tarts because they were really good. So I'm all ready. We're gonna jump in the car and get going. Alright, so I am back home and I think I even heard some thunder out there. So I'm happy to be home. The first thing I want to do is get these clams that are right here in a pot with some salt water, and I'm going to leave them for an hour. You want to do this because that's going to help them kind of clean out a little bit so that they're just not so gritty. So the way it was put online was to make sure that the water was salty enough that it tasted like the ocean. That's a lot of salt. I put in about maybe a half a cup of salt, anywhere from a quarter to about a half cup. It's a lot of salt. It's been an hour and my clams, which are right here, should be all good to go, but I don't want to start making them just yet. So I think what I'm going to do instead is get started on these tarts, just so that everything kind of finishes off at once and the tarts have some time to cool. First of all, I'd like to say I am not Portuguese, and I'm also not a trained pastry chef. So the monstrosities that you're about to see were best efforts, and this was my first time trying this recipe. And when it said cook them until the tops got caramelized, I was like, come hell or high water, that's what's gonna happen. And I didn't consider the dough possibly burning before the custard. So when I started smelling smoke, I was like, maybe we should take them out of the oven. So I apologize in advance for the graphic images you're about to see. This one right here, that was the one that was the problem. I feel like this is the best tray to serve them on. Somewhere in Portugal, somebody's grandmother is sobbing and she doesn't know why. She just knows that someone, possibly an American, just disrespected her culture so badly, and I'm very sorry. It was me. I did it wrong. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong. So we're gonna try this one. It's not burnt, but it's not pretty either. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a try. There's a really nice amount of custard in there. It tastes really good, actually. So clearly, I'm gonna need some practice on this. It actually tastes fantastic. Well, now I'm scared to cook dinner. So I'm making garlic and wine Littleneck clams. So I've had them soaking in salt water. They should be good to go now. And you would think that this would be easy, but who knows? At this point, I have no faith in myself. I told Elsa, who's Portuguese, and she was like, they're supposed to be burnt. And I was like, no girl, these are like charcoal. I was like, I'm just showing you the ones that are good for photographing. All right, so I'm gonna get started on these clams. So that went much better than the Portuguese tarts. Also, if I look extra shiny, it's because it got super humid and it's raining now. And then that combined with the oven and the stove and all this cooking, it got very hot in my apartment. So almost all of them opened. So I'm gonna give this one a try. I got some of that cilantro on there. Looks really good. So here it goes. So you have to strain out the garlic in the end. And even though you do that, all of the essence of garlic has been in that wine and olive oil. And so what you're left with is this sauce that is garlicky. It has hints of the wine in it, and that cilantro gives it a nice pop. This is a travel and food vlog, believe it or not. And I like traveling all over New England, and if I can't do that, I am here at home cooking, or at least trying to cook. So if you're into that kind of thing, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It all helps my channel and it lets you know when there's a new episode out, which is every Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. I also make shorts randomly. I haven't really gotten on a schedule for that yet, and that's bad, but I'm working on it. So thanks again for watching. I'm gonna have these clams and I'm gonna have this Portuguese tart, or at least the ones that aren't burnt, and I hope you have a great evening. So I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.